Welcome back to the railroad, everyone.
Today's video is all about the scenes on a railroad and just what makes them fun.
Today I want to talk about your layouts and how they have evolved over the years and let you know what I feel is important on a railroad. Let's get into this.
So let's start with a walk around of our layout as it stands this early in the season.
Starting here on the south end of our layout, we have an engine shed with a workshop next to it and a couple of sidings. We have Christmas Town. Back in the back, we have Sorensen's Dude Ranch. We're going to be having a winery. We still have to make the grape arbors. And then we have a little mining community with Joe, who's been hanging around for years, waiting for that next mine to open up. And of course, the old miner, he doesn't care. And as we move on, we have a new venture that we want to start. This will be Halloween Town or Haunted Town. We have another siding here. And then we cross Bigfoot Crossing. We come around to the original loop. We have Boot Hill. A few people trying to escape from Boot Hill. And then we come up to the Old West reenactment town. People waiting for the train. And a photographer in the back taking pictures of the little girl and her brother. A couple of chess players out in front of the Antlers Hotel. We have the saloon. We have the general store. And then we have
the Playhouse Theater.
And of course, this is just a Western reenactment town. We have the musicians playing, people listening to them. And the actresses are sunning themselves on the roof. And that's not the only place. It's always a nice cool break to sit in the water tower. Then we come down to Thomas Verba's wood carving studio. A couple of train cars waiting on the siding. We have Annie's Fix-It and Fuel, full auto services. And it's also the Old Volks home. Then we have a few houses along here. The gazebo. We have a mill. A watering station, fuel station. And we have the hobo camp, along with the Wine and Dine Mine and their neighbors, the Moonshine Mine. And this is just the early season setup. We still have more buildings to build and more animations to set up. Keep in mind that animations can really make a layout fun for the kids. With my animations, they're mostly audio. I have numerous push buttons along the railroad to start different sounds. And let's go through a few of those right now.
And here we have Christmas Town. Santa's workshop with a Christmas tree inside. And the toy store. And a spaceship has crashed out behind the outhouse in the Old West reenactment town. And of course, what's a reenactment town?
without a honky-tonk piano. We have welders working out in the garage there. Somebody's up in the upstairs bedroom. And here we have a couple of guys around the campfire and a couple more guys around the campfire. And here is another one of our audio visuals. It's just a small box. I still have to set it up for kids to operate. But when you throw the switch, so it's both visual and audio. And you can turn it up or down. So as part of the railroad operation, you don't want just trains running around in circles or going point to point. You want to see some animation and you want to hear sounds. So in that respect, we've come up with a sound system that really works good for our railroad. So we have a bandstand here. Our sound system is actually here. This is an Adafruit soundboard. It's about $25. On the other side of it is a small amplifier, which is about another $15. And then it's just a couple of small speakers. And it's all run off a battery pack, 3 AA batteries. Sits here. And then I have back here just a single button. So kids can come up, press the button, and that's just on a single loop, so you can hear that time and again. When you get tired of it, press the button again. Next, let's move off to another soundboard. So here we are out at the railroad workers' cabins, and this is another sound device for kids. They have 3 different buttons that they can push. One is barnyard sounds, snoring sounds, or festival. So the festival sounds are pretty straightforward. I have to turn it on first. So when we lift off the roof, you can see the electronics, and we have 2 very large speakers here. We have the amplifier here, which you can change the volume up or down, and then again we have our Adafruit board right here and a set of 3 AA batteries here. So this can be put anywhere on the layout and ran at any time. So the top is just made of plexiglass with pop cans as the roofing material. We turn it on, and we have let's do the festival sounds. You can imagine some old-time railroad workers with the harmonicas and the accordions out playing. Okay, next we'd have barnyard sounds of various types. Okay. And then snoring. All right, so here's another sound device. It's the same board, however, I'm using a larger amplifier. This is the Wine and Dine Moonshine Mine. The electronics are held in this old boxcar, and I have a switch for the kids to use. It reads, "Danger, do not touch." Go ahead, you know you want to. And just to give you a little shot of the electronics. So here in this boxcar, we have the soundboard again. This is the Adafruit soundboard. We have 3 AA batteries, and it is plugged in instead of to an amplifier this time through bass speaker setup, and amplifies that way. And it's protected from the weather, along with protected from prying fingers. And now let's set this off and see what happens. Okay, so we lift the handle, push the button, okay, and here we have my lighthouse with an Arduino board programmed for a NeoPixel ring. This is a 25 light NeoPixel ring. And you can see it's got a nice even run to it. It actually has a white light increasing to a red light and then back down to a white, bluish white light. And of course the NeoPixel ring points the light straight up. So to angle them back, I had to put mirrors in all the way around. But it does have a nice appeal to it, especially at night. It's very bright. We'll also have solar running this mill. Now here's an example of this mill running on an old Harbor Freight solar panel set. And it was such an inefficient set that you had to put a light on it to make it operate. The hose that you see sticking out here pumps water up from the pond, which I've named Green Lake because I have a green liner to set in it. And it will pump water up and through the water wheel and back down into the pond. That's all solar operation. It's a small solar pump. I tested this system out first to make sure it would actually work. Granted, it was not a sunny day. We had a light placed on the solar panel, but it works. So I dug Green Lake, and then we set it up and ran it in this condition. In the end, I guess a railroad is an extension of yourself. So make it fun, have fun building it, and let's keep calm and carry on. And then of course there's Boot Hill. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Be safe, stay healthy. We'll see you down the rails, and God bless.